Tasteless.
Was it?
South Carolina, Josh Pate dubbed it Cocktober. I thought they'd get somebody here. I thought it might be Oklahoma last week. Certainly you have an opportunity here with Alabama coming in. They get a pick six that's gift-wrapped. Alabama has done nothing on offense, and South Carolina just trying to throw a little pass to the back, and it just pops up in the air. Bama takes it in, it's 7-0. And South Carolina is largely, they're containing Simpson. He's not doing much.
Mm-hmm.
And then lo and behold, South Carolina's got the lead. Then there's a fumble, and then Sellers takes it in, and now it's an 8-point lead, and Bama at that point has rushed for nothing. They need a score and a 2-point conversion in the late going. What we talked about last week with Georgia. Championship DNA.
Mm-hmm.
You saw it on a drive they had to have.
Yep.
And not just a drive you had to have, but as you're going down there, if you get into any short yardage, let's not use our best play, because a score's great, but it means nothing if we don't get the 2. And they run such a cool design because it's a version of Philly special where you get everybody thinking you're coming back the other way, and it's a fake toss to the man in motion, and they hit their tight end to tie it. And then, unfortunately for Sellers, who fights his ass off for South Carolina, he fumbles. And then it was Jeremy on both the touchdowns to tie and the touchdown where South Carolina let them score because the only way they could win is if they could get the ball back, which opened the door for potential cataclysmic backdoor that didn't happen. And Bama gets out of 5 points with a dub. Pretty? No. Doesn't make any difference. They had to figure out a way, and they did.
Yeah, it was a weird game. We talked about it a bunch because Nick talked about today when in 2010 what he thought, or 2010, he had McElroy, he had Julio, he had his whole squad, and Steven Garcia that day with Alshon Jeffrey and Lattimore were unbelievable. They made every single play possible, and he's like, this is the definition of a trap game. And I'm sitting there looking all week, and I mentioned I watched Oklahoma against South Carolina last week on tape, and I'm like, it's not getting to get out of double digits. It's not. In like, I think it opened at like 13.5, went down to 11, went off at 11.5, whatever. And I'm watching South Carolina. I'm like, how are they going to do this? How are they going to do this? And what you need to be absolutely relentless and fearless on the defensive line against Alabama. They're totally more talented than you, but you got to have the wherewithal to keep coming at them. Vandy had a little bit of that when they came to Tuscaloosa, but Ty ended up making some better decisions, and obviously the turnovers hurt Vanderbilt. But South Carolina kept coming, and they got there's. I'm not saying they have as many NFL guys as Alabama does, but they got some. And when they wanted to, they got after it today. And I guess that let you score thing looks way worse, because my whole thing now with defensive backs and safeties and anyone on the edge and perimeter, no one dives anymore. And you could see the kid pull his hands up and let Bernard score. But Grubb in the play calls, like you talk about always having one in the pocket.
You better.
Because you know you're going to need it.
Yep.
And listen, bud, I've been there in Special Cat on Thursdays back in the day, and we got two-point play, and we run 3 of them. Nowadays, you got to have like 7, because you're going for it on 4th and 1 on like the -45 every time. I mean, Oklahoma and Ole Miss today, both teams just kept doing it. The game I was at, Missouri, kept going, and you factor in inexperience of field goal kickers and all this stuff. It's times 5 now. 2-point plays you got to have.
Well, Bama never got to theirs because they really didn't do a lot most of the game. I couldn't have more praise for the way South Carolina battled on defense.
Yeah.
Bama, I don't know what the numbers were prior to that long touchdown drive, but I want to say in the middle of the fourth, they had like 15 rushing yards. I mean, they ran for 72 yards in the game, and 25 of them were on that touchdown at the end. So, I mean, they didn't do much. And
out of a wide receiver wildcat formation. Grubb's good, man. He's really, really good.
Well, it was the 2-point conversion was because I'm watching with my boys.
Yeah, it was dirty.
By the way, if you play the
that one in the flag. If
you play the Steelers or if you play the Falcons,
putting that in,
buckle up because they hung numbers today. All right, I'm just telling you.
We make some transactions. We got some additions.
I think our one coach was in the portal because most teams you've got, you got this guy over here. He's got some older brothers. He's wearing gloves and has his feet spatted up, and he's making moves. All right, then
we'll take him.
Now Jeremy over here is just he's looking at the trees. It's like he can't do it. Danny over here, he's a sweet kid, but he cannot catch the football. Most teams are, some version of that. It's like life. Some people are really good, some people are decent, some people can't quite do it. The Falcons are an outfit, okay?
Okay.
And it appears that the Steelers might be
no Kirk Cousins quarterback in this Falcons team.
No, this is the youngsters. And apparently, my understanding was that there's a youngster named Max that's the guy, and they didn't have Max. If this is the second string, everybody's playing for second. I said it.
Championship.
I said it. I'm out here writing checks rather that they got to cash. That's all right. You come on by Stroh-Snyder's. We'll give you we'll give you credit. You wander down in the back. Oh, the lighting section. It's right here. It's the LED lights. Do you want the warm light or do you I don't like the LEDs.
What if somebody came up to you and like, can you install them?
You got to have a guy. Come on. What I tell you, my dad said, Buzz, you either got to be the guy or have a guy. I got a guy. I'll find a guy who can help you out with I can do the light bulb part, but if you got to start doing some wiring, buddy, we already had one house fire. I'm not trying to mess anything up. Get out of Columbia with a win. That's what they had to figure out how to do. Hey, in that similar vein, I don't know how the hell they did it, and I was prepared to come on here and say, I tried to tell you Texas isn't any good. They won. Why do people kick the ball to Ryan Niblett at this point? I wouldn't. But Mississippi State did. God love them. They beat Arizona State early this year, and we've lauded them because it's a big turnaround from being awful and not being competitive. But that's